Good afternoon, morning, everybody. We are gonna finish up this game today. I promise this time, instead of last time. My goodness. Use the resonance modulator at the harness near Linimus in Archon's heart. Oh, this is the only thing. Okay, before we do that, we have not Earth. Passion trick. Oh my god, are you kidding me? All right, boys, we're gonna go grind a little bit. I mean, this should be really easy because I'm so broken OP with you know, unlimited mana and my spells. So we should be able to do this relatively quickly. Day 15. Okay, there's a glass tail. Wintertide. Living flame. No, I need forge. There you go. Okay, we can go kill all of them. Hello, Alex. Yesterday was something. I spent the entire day moving to my new house and almost killed myself lifting heavy stuff. Like literally, I slipped. One of my hands slipped when I was carrying something like 300 pounds and almost crushed my foot. That was fantastic. But I am in my new house now. Got everything set up, and we're gonna continue and finish this game. It should be up there, right? It usually is. Have I mentioned how ridiculous this bow is? I won't be trying to move anything anytime soon. At least not for another 10 years, because that's how long it takes for this house to lose its brand new house warranty. And I will be looking to buy a new house then. Because I love living in new houses, let me tell you. But next time, I'm just gonna hire people to come and help me. Or to come and move stuff for me. Because moving things yourself sucks. And yes, it is cheaper, like 100% cheaper, because I rent the U-Haul for like what? There it is, $400. If I were to hire people, it would have cost me $1,500. So significantly cheaper. Ow. I forgot these things have homing projectiles. Oh, it doesn't lock onto like these things. Oh my god, this bow is insane. Is this thing supposed to be like resistant to ice? And I'm just annihilating it with ice. Wow. Okay. What? Don't climb on the corpse. Please. Alright. I want to be as strong as possible before I, you know, beat this game. So we're going to spend like a good 30 minutes moving around, grinding for stuff. See how that goes. Yeah, this bow is absolutely destroying everything. I love it. Wintertide. Here we go. Where is it normally? Probably in the walk. Yeah, because it's usually in the atrium of champions. So let's go to Riverside and just run over there. Turns out you can block homing arrows. Do you know that? Do you know you can block homing arrows? Ow. Please leave me alone. I hear it. There it is. Oh, come back. Yeah, that does not do a lot of damage to that thing, huh? But hey, the benefits of unlimited mana is that you can just spam it over and over again. Dodged. Hello? Did I actually stagger the boss? That's the first time I've ever staggered a boss. Oh, come on. I dodged that too. Oh, it was super delayed. Great. Which one is closer? I think the spire might be closer at this point. I'm still missing one spell, and sadly it's not a damaging spell. It's kinetic jaunt, which is a movement spell. So I already have the best spell in the game, sadly, or damage anyways. That is not where I'm supposed to be. Okay. Actually, I think it might be faster just to climb right here. Why did I jump backwards? Can someone explain that to me? Yeah, the climbing of this game is definitely not the best, especially when you played games like well, what the hell is that called? Dragons Dogma and Monster Hunter and Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, and of course Breath of the Wild. I mean, that's like obvious, but it's more, Breath of the Wild is more traversal than climbing on bosses. Forge. Where was this? I think it was in the Eastern Musing. So I should be able to teleport to here and then just head down. Yeah.
I suppose if anywhere we're going to be too full of magic, it would be this place.
Speaking of Monster Hunter,
but we know the real innovation happened down
Wild's
here.
released, and I've learned my mistake, but I've learned my from experience. I would rather wait for the expansion for Monster Hunter than just buy it now, because the expansion is usually better from World's experience, anyways. So that's why I'm probably not going to play that anytime soon. Oh, it's this guy. Right. Which is fine. There are so many other spells. I mean, there are so many other spells I could use because other games. So it's not an entirely false statement. Am I not doing any damage to this thing? Wow, the iframes for the dodge actually worked that time. That's crazy. Still a part of him that can damage, because apparently I've broken everything on his body. There we go. While we're here, I think in the cleansing chamber we have a few mining things we can do. Is it the cleansing chamber? Or was it the dark cistern? Well, let's just check. I think it was dark cistern then. Well, I know a chest up here. Oh, I already opened it. Well, that's unfortunate. It doesn't respawn. Okay. let's go home. Man, I don't have blackout curtains for my new room yet. And being in a completely pitch black room for the past 5 years, it's kind of annoying that the room is like a little bit brighter.
How did he know? Lane, are you all right? I'm just rattled. I never told you or anyone else my full name. Not because I didn't want you to know, or because I thought you'd judge me, just that I'm allowed to hold information back. And the eye threw it at you like he'd known you your whole life. Yes, and he accurately described the state of my house, too. Which is not a secret, particularly, but I wonder how he knew. That's the very question that's been torturing me. As far as I know, we're the only people to ever make it through the Veil, and I was most certainly born after it was raised. There's no other way for information or news to make it through. Before you ask, it wasn't me who told him. But that raises the question, doesn't it? Who among us betrayed our trust? And how do they even know in the first place? To be honest with you, I don't love the idea that we've got someone in our midst sharing information like that. I can't think of anyone in our camp who might intentionally hurt you. But that doesn't make it okay. When we find out who did this, I think you're owed an apology. Yes, I suppose we'll need to keep our eyes open. Stay vigilant, Bryn.
Hey, Seth. Watch your back with Penric Stanhill. He's asleep.
Oh, right. The whole point of me doing that was to make new items.
Then why is he only starting now?
Okay, weapon-wise, we're good. And I kind of want the cold and heat resist. And I'm not really dodging. So I could put back on the super duper heavy armor. We'll see how that goes. Do I have cold resist for everything? I do. Okay. So let's grab cold resist. Wait, did the Ice Titan didn't drop a cold resist legendary? What? That's ridiculous. Oh, it drops this. Oh, okay. 39 gold.
Worse than materials, I'd say. I've always wanted to build something like this. I've always wanted to build something like this.
Okay. You know what? Let's also get the armor one as well.
I've always wanted to build something like this.
Actually, let's make a balance of resist for the armor one. Wait, hang on. Yeah. Then we can get fire for this one.
Keep you safe.
And then we'll get the ice for the helmet.
materials, I'd say.
Okay. Upgrade equipment. All right, let's reforge. Oh, we're good there. We're good there. All right, never mind. Nothing increases damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, the bonus health one is starting to lose its effectiveness.
That's an intimidating silhouette. Worth the materials, I'd say. I've always wanted to build something like this. Most people couldn't even stand straight wearing one of those. You... That's an intimidating silhouette.
Okay. Yeah, my running speed is way worse now, but it should be fine. $225 cold resist. Okay, and it looks pretty cool as well, which is a bonus. Winter Tide is right there. Stricken Earth, Living Flame, Sledge, Glasstail. Okay, we can kill one more Winter Tide. And then we'll go do the main quest. Turns out, not that much grinding. When you kill them without breaking any parts, they drop so much loot, which is counterintuitive after you played Monster Hunter for a while. It's like, oh, don't break any parts and you get way more loot? Weird. But I also get the point, because you break the parts, they do get weaker. So, trade off, I guess. Can you guys... dodge roll that. Great. Let's go do the main quest. I don't think we have that much left in the main quest. Maybe 2 hours, hopefully. Well, not, you know, like, good pacing would be 2 hours more. I think we need to go to Archon's Heart, right?
Well, that did something. I should go check with the axe.
Do I need to kill anything else before I leave? No. Okay. And the axle is at Cassian Hold.
So the curves of the metal suggest...
I definitely think an enchanter had a hand in this, as well as someone with intimate knowledge of the loom gates.
Those two people could possibly be one person even. Though I can't fathom who it would be.
Keeping yourselves busy, I see?
It's a conundrum for the ages, that's for sure.
Ah, Bryn. You're back.
You've done amazing work with the resonance modulator. I'm certain this will be a turning point for us.
Thanks. But how do you know it worked?
The loom gate started glowing a strange color before you arrived. I took it as a hint that you'd succeeded.
Spoiled the surprise.
I'm sure the Surgeborn will be plenty surprised when they next try to use the loom gates.
Suffice to say, we're thrilled, Bryn. In a short time, you've done a lot to help us. We were, obviously, a little hesitant to trust newcomers.
Our first impression wasn't the best.
But now, we're in a much better situation when it comes to survival.
Happy to have helped. Without you two trusting me, I couldn't have achieved half as much. So thank you for letting me in. I'm glad to have gotten to know both of you.
It's been my pleasure, Bryn.
Likewise.
So, let's recap for a moment. 1. We've stopped Surgeborn from navigating the Loomgate network by using the resonance modulator. 2. We've made huge leaps forward in regaining control over the Arcs. 3. We've armed and supplied the Scouts.
It certainly doesn't cast our last decade of work in a forgiving light, does it?
Listen, you've been surviving this crisis for a long time the only way you knew how. But now you have a path to move forward. Your people can choose to follow it, or dwell on past mistakes. Are we ready to face this threat head-on together?
Yes. You're right. Of course you are. We're at the point, resource-wise, where we can start making moves.
I don't really want to speak to my father right now. But I agree that it's time we put pressure on him to do something. Anything. Regardless of what he does. You've earned our support, Bryn. But first, I'd actually like to steal Hirun for a while, if you don't mind. I have some notes to go over with her.
By all means. Have fun.
I suppose I'll just get right to it. Why do you treat me differently?
What do you mean?
Everyone else gets the stern you, the you who's in charge, the Axel. But I get the friendly face, the compliance, this you who I don't understand. Is it because of my dad? Because everyone answers to him? Are you trying to get close to him through me? I can't handle it, Haroon. I need to know that I'm not just being manipulated by everyone around me.
It's not because of that.
Then... what is it?
I spend time around you because I want to. To see you, to speak with you, to work alongside you. To see the look in your eyes when you solve a problem. Skies, I shouldn't... None of this is... If we could find somewhere else, beyond the gaze of the hold...
Haroon,
Stop.
take my hand. And we'll go. I have a place in mind. I didn't see it before, but I think... I would like to tell you of the ways in which you are important to me, too.
Isla,
Got it.
I know you're
Gross.
intrigued by the Oberon's lineage.
Kidding.
But take care not to get caught up in your enthusiasm.
More gross in the fact that she's a bird animal. I don't know how anatomy works in this world, but
Let me guess. You've come to ask me to apologize to your naive lawkeeper.
are they gonna lay eggs?
No.
Isn't that what self-proclaimed
What's
heroes
happening there?
do? Demand justice for your friend.
I would never ask Lane to waste their energy on a conversation with you again. Do I think how you spoke to them was a disgusting, brutish display? Absolutely. But justice doesn't come with an apology from you, does it?
They attacked my legacy. I merely put them in their place.
Exactly. Without remorse, an apology would just be posturing. No. Justice is served in the way Lane still chooses kindness every day, despite people like you trying to tear them down.
Their research tore me.
Justice is served in the way Lane gets to continue living as their wonderful, talented self. Whereas you have to keep living as yourself. As someone who is clearly in so much pain over his own existence, he needs to make other people feel small, so he can look big.
By the flames. Save your idealistic speeches for someone who cares.
So we agree. There is no need for you to ever speak to or about Lane again.
Our preferences align, then. Congratulations on successfully recalibrating the loom gates. It's an impressive achievement, considering your thimble broke the harness and prevented us from resetting the loom gate connections. Helping with this initiative was the least you could do for us.
It's amazing what happens when we pool our resources.
Normally, I would impose sanctions on the Axle for inviting an outsider to access the harness. A rather grave breach of protocol, if I'm being honest. But thankfully for her, this aligns with our upcoming security efforts.
And what efforts would those be?
Confidential, I'm afraid.
Okay. That was nice. That was the nicest conversation I've had with that man.
Oh, Bryn. You were right about the requisitions.
Obviously.
Okay. Oh god, I don't have a trash can in this room yet. God dang it.
What's going on?
Arik, why don't you fill her in?
Our plan worked. The Eye is mobilizing the scouts for a large-scale attack on the Surgeborn.
I take it the Axle and the Spindle put him up to this?
Yes. Not that Khan Stanild is admitting that. He claims that with the supply shortage taken care of and the Ark restoration underway, now is the time to strike.
And Bryn is receiving due credit for all her work, I'm sure.
No.
So what's his plan?
The scouts will stage a distraction in the underworks, while the Eye and the Spindle do something to the Grand Gate. That's all I know. The Eye wants everyone to convene at Cassidon's Hold for a speech to learn more.
He wants us there.
Khan Stanild loves an audience. Doesn't matter who's in it.
I thought you'd be happier about all this.
I have reservations about the Eye launching a plan using my scouts without consulting me.
The reality is, the leader of the Enclave has the power and influence we need to take a stand against the Surgeborn, regardless of how likable the man holding the title may be.
Power and influence, sure, but not the expertise.
We faced down Surgeborn and monsters, repaired lost innovations, and even won over the grumpiest of guild leaders. We're ready for anything, no matter what happens.
It can't hurt to hear his big speech before jumping to conclusions.
I'm here to escort you. Talk to me when you're ready.
Okay, sounds like we're getting to the end game. Fantastic. And it doesn't look like there is anything anyone wants to say. So let's go. Oh, you have something to say.
You've stirred up quite a bit of trouble.
Oh?
I've just read the brief from the last council meeting. The Eye is facing united opposition. Everyone's calling for him to make a move against the Surgeborn. Keep your weapons close, Bryn.
Great.
Ready to head to Cassidon's Hold?
After confirming that you're ready with Arrogant, a series of events will play out. Be sure you're prepared.
As
Let's
ready
go.
as I'll ever be.
Great. Hey, while it's just the two of us, I'll be deploying to the Underworks almost immediately after we arrive. Watch Khan Stanild for me, will you? I know Oriel wants you to give him a chance, but he can't be trusted.
I'm always ready for anything, Eric.
I know. Let's move.
Decades of caution have been rewarded, friends. For this moment, and not one sooner, is the precise time to strike. Today, we wrangle our lands free from the Surgeborn's grasp and reclaim our hearth once more, whatever it takes. None of this could be possible without the esteemed prowess of the Spindle. Her work on the Arks has laid the foundation for my plan. She and I will proceed to the Grand Gate at once. Scouts, you have your orders. It's time. Whatever it takes.
Not a great speech. I've heard much better.
Bryn, you need to come with me.
Now?
Yeah, no time to explain. And Aurea, you should get on the scry.
All right. Whatever you need.
Let's go. Sev, I know you said there's no time to explain, but want to give me a clue as to where we're going?
So, obviously I've been working with the Eye. And well, he had me repair the Grand Gate. It's connected to this place called the Source, and I guess that's where the Surgeborn came from. He's got this plan to go there and solve this problem once and for all.
Right. I heard that part of his speech already. What does this have to do with us sprinting like an Ash Peak Drake is on our heels?
So there's, it's better if I just show you.
intellectual as you are daring.
Sev, what's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, don't blame him. He's merely a puppet. Ironic, given I'm the one all tangled up.
So you can talk?
Of course. Only language could allow me to prey upon Kenrick's exquisite inadequacies.
You've been talking to the Eye? Manipulating him?
Into a foolhardy and preposterous plan that only an absolute imbecile could think was worth pursuing, yes. I've been down here for years, laying groundwork and learning what I could about your people. All towards a moment when I could convince Kenrick to act. I almost despaired he ever would.
This is the worst voice filter for a creature I've ever heard. I can barely understand like 50% of what it's saying.
Yes. Kenrick is threatened by you. Terrified even. In your brief time inside the Veil, you've accomplished so much more than he has in decades. Not that that's saying much. Still, you are the perfect catalyst for change. We have that in common, as you will discover in time. So now, he's going to open a gate to the heart of the Enclave, convinced he can recover it from us. And the one person I worry might be able to stop us is here, talking to me. You're fast, but even you can't run to the rescue now.
You've thought of everything. Except, why tell me all this?
Because you're too late to stop us. And even if you weren't, no one would believe you.
Sure. Unless they were listening.
Quit taunting it, Bryn. You've got work to do.
Yeah. I mean, did this creature not realize that scries exist? Oh.
Isla, we must retreat.
No! I'm staying to fix this. Do whatever you can to buy me time.
Oh. Is this something I can insta-kill? If not, I'm just gonna burn it alive. Ooh, so scary.
Bryn is seriously about to fight.
Alright, you chill for a second. I need to find out if I can actually, like, break stuff off of you. Surgeborn Herald, is that what you are? You are, okay. To reveal the harvest point, blah blah blah. Break the growth on the right side of its chest. Break the red horn on the head. And then break the growth on his right arm. And then break the other horn when it glows. When everything is done, the target harvest point will appear in the center of his head. Okay.
The spindle
I don't see growths. Is it the glowing part? Oh, I cannot grab onto it. Was that? Hang on. Was that someone knocking on my door? The answer was no. I need to put a camera out there. Okay. Ow. Okay. Maybe I can just do this. I dodged that game. Oh, I'm guessing I'm not supposed to win yet. I'm dealing 1 damage to this thing. Wow, that's a big sweep. Ow. Good thing there's like a billion health potions around here.
Can Bryn keep going for much longer?
She needs.
Oh my god, there's even more health potions right here. Ow. Did you see me parry that? Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, parry that too. And parry that. Oh my god. Ow. He did not parry that.
Is Spindle okay? She can't. No. What? What's she doing to me now?
Oh my god, I didn't know you could parry projectiles. I mean, that projectile in particular. Oh, the ice one. Okay. Very anime.
Whatever it takes.
I mean, so many red flags. You had to establish a loving relationship before the final battle? Come on, that never ends well.
Spirits. Okay. Okay. They're going to need me out there. Just up and at it, girl. Aurea. She'll know what to do.
Tell me, do you plan to make near-death experiences your career, or is it more of a hobby?
Casmin, I'm all right.
That's not the point, Bryn. I was really scared.
I know.
You're okay. That's what matters. Sorry, I just felt myself going back to a dark place.
I understand. I'm here, though. Safe and sound like everyone else.
You're right. We're all here. That's what matters. Just do me a favor and rest before you go after that thing again. I know you. You don't like to leave anything unfinished.
For your sake, and mine, I'll rest first.
Okay, we're changing equipment because that thing is not an ice creature. So we're just going to switch to our super heavy armor, which will reduce a bunch of damage that I am guaranteed to take.
The bar I'd set for my expectations of him was low. Subterranean. You would have to plumb tremendous depths to even glimpse it. And yet, I never would have expected him to stoop quite so low as he did at the Grand Gate. Hey, Lane. How are you holding up? Oh, fine. And you? Are you recovering from your latest near-death experience? We were all rather worried about you. Thanks for the concern. A little sore today, but no lasting injuries. Good. Good. Are you sure you're fine? Yes. Just ruminating on the numerous disastrous failures that led to this. Not by us, but... I'm asking myself the same questions. And honestly, I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. I had a bad feeling about Stanold from the beginning, and I should have listened to it. Particularly after seeing how he treated you. It makes my blood boil. I suppose it was our collective failure to not challenge him. I did, of course, but scholars rarely agree on much. But if there's one philosophy many of us share, it's that we must understand our past to build better futures. Maybe I couldn't have prevented this tragedy, but I can't help but mine the past for clues of what was to come. If only to stop it from ever happening again.
Bryn, I cannot fathom how you must have felt in that fight against the Surgeborn.
As strange as it is to say, I had the easy part.
Yes. The tragedy about Isla. So much talent lost. Wasted, even. I can't stop rolling what you said before we went to Cassidon's around in my head.
About how we were ready for anything. Kind of ironic now.
Yes. Quite. Though I cannot fathom who would have been ready for that. But your point was well made. We have overcome so much in this place, where others might have rolled over and given up. In moments of despair, the deep night, when most of you are asleep and the world comes alive, I keep thinking about it. We're ready for anything. You know, I believe we are.
You have nothing to say? It was partly your problem. Your fault.
Hey, Eric. I'm so sorry for your loss. How are you holding up after everything?
Thank you, but I don't think you want the real answer to that question.
I really do. You look like a pot about to boil over, and your people need you focused. So let me have it.
I knew Kenrick Stanold was incompetent, but this... I didn't think he was capable of this. He deploys my entire team, spreads us thin on no information. A plan that requires utmost secrecy, he called it, swearing we would be given what we needed to know when the time was right. And then, nothing. A big speech, empty promises of victory, and the dawning realization among my team that we were a distraction. Meaningless forces to draw the Surgeborn's attention. And at that, we succeeded. While Kenrick, goddamn Stanold, ran for his life, they descended on my people like vultures swarming a corpse. Good people died because of that man. Good people will carry scars because of that man. It should have been him.
Okay. Wow, man. This armor really reduces your movement speed.
Hey.
Hey.
How do you feel?
Okay now, but it was touch and go for a while. Lane will probably never forgive me. For that matter, I might not either.
I knew that fight. The spindle, giving her life like that. It'd be on your mind all night. How could it not? And I've been mulling over what to tell you this morning. I had a speech planned, but you don't need a speech. You're like me. It'd ring false. So I'm going to tell you what I'd need to hear after something like that. You did good. It was an awful situation, but you stood up and did what needed to be done without hesitating. Not many people have that kind of grit.
You're right. I think that was what I needed to hear. Thanks, Aurea.
You deserve it. You've come so far in here. We've all had to adapt. But you more than anyone. Look. I know you, Bryn. You're made of stern stuff. You've the mountains in your bones. Any sense of doubt or being shaken is just snowfall. Temporary, and it'll slide off soon.
That was the part you practiced, right?
Yes. But that doesn't make it less true.
Okay. Okay. Thoughts on what we do next? We obviously need to deal with that beast. But where to start?
We need to get everyone together. Our band, Arakim too. And I want you to call the meeting.
Me?
Yes. You.
The Spindle sacrificed everything for us. We could have lost Bryn just as quickly as we lost her.
We did.